Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Nick and Knarf, the duo that says, hi, there's two of us, writing postcards, begging letters on our way back home. Anyway, we're here to bring you some more great stuff for your ears. Today, a band, I know, you wonder why after 2.5 years of doing this, we're finally getting around to doing this incredible, iconic band. It's The Who.
And they are iconic. Remember, we've kind of said all along that any group that has at least five phenomenal albums are icons. I mean, and
these guys have way more than that.
These guys are up probably
way
around
more.
A good 12 great albums.
And those are ones made as The Who. Then there's their solo careers. Pete Townsend with an incredible number of solo albums. Roger Daltrey, compilations, everything. Started in 1962 in England, and they're still going around
and
playing.
You know what blows me away about this?
Later.
We were reading about it. These guys didn't like each other.
Yeah, I heard there was some conflict between Keith Moon and John Entwistle. There were little factions in the band.
They kind of got along, but it was everybody else
them against
didn't get
Roger
along.
Daltrey. And I mean, I don't know. I would never have guessed
How do you make this kind of great music and not get along?
I guess they make it like certain marriages that go on this way.
I mean, it says over 100 million. I'm guessing 125 million records.
Maybe more than that. I mean, and that's just The Who records. Doesn't count, like I said, the solo work, which is incredible.
Nuts.
And where do you start when you want to do The Who? You know, the greatest hits alone, and that doesn't even include everything off the albums, which most of the albums have hits after hit.
And you know, we're always saying, wow, Roger Daltrey, what a great screamer, what a great vocal. Keith Moon, man, what a drummer. Too bad he died young.
And
Pete Townsend, I mean, does he get the credit he deserves, really?
Oh, I think he's begun to. I mean, it's for the last decade, there have been a lot of accolades coming his way. How about John Entwistle and the amazing bass work he used to do? But, I mean, what can you say? The reason we never did these guys before was I've always worried about recording some of these large name bands and uploading them and having it blocked.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to give it a try, and I hope to God this isn't blocked. I hope the Who are magnanimous and let us use their music. We're not making any money. We just want to honor them. So anyway, we got 3 great tunes from 3 different eras of the Who.
Yeah.
And we'll get into each one in just a second before we make our announcement, after we make our announcement about please subscribe, like, and share if you have not. We'd love to have you be a part of the tribe. Hit that like icon for us.
We just want to let you know our next album is going to be called Please Subscribe, Like, and Share. So
Subscribe,
don't forget,
like, and share.
Look for it soon on Amazon near you.
The 3 deadly sins. Subscribe, like, and share. And for the rest of it, thanks so much for subscribing. We loved you. And thanks so much for being today. Anyway, here we go. We are going to start off first with the groundbreaking album that was totally unique when it came out. It's the first rock opera that I know of, even though there was a lot of experimentation around the time, maybe a little earlier, with the Moody Blues doing their theme album, Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
But this is a rock opera with a whole theme, with scenes, with characters, and a narrative running through the whole thing about that starts someplace and ends someplace, like a story. And it's the great album, Tommy, which I was privileged to see when it came out in 1969 in Hollywood at the Aquarius Theater. It was a stage play, really well done. And it was starring Teddy Neely, who was also in Jesus Christ Superstar, starred Teddy Neely as Tommy. It was an incredible show, and I really enjoyed it.
When did Jesus Christ Superstar come out?
That came out in 70. So it came out like a year later or something like that. But this was the first real rock opera, then Jesus Christ Superstar and a number of others, even Quadrophenia by The Who, which is a rock opera as well. But Tommy set the groundwork for it. And what we're going to do is we're going to kick it off with a song from the album that kicks it off, the Overture. So let's get into it. Here it is, The Who from 1969 and Tommy, the Overture to Tommy.
This in a long time.
Oh, it's so good. This leads into the next song. It's a boy. But then we're going to cut it.
Captain Walker didn't come home. His unborn child will never know him.
That Townsend?
Believe him, miss him with a number of men. Don't expect to see him again.
Anyway, that's the Overture to Tommy. What'd you think? It's great, isn't it? I mean, what a way to start this album off. It's just awesome.
It's amazing how they had Keith Moon way out in front for that whole beginning part because it was so good. His drumming was so good.
Exhilarating. Wow. Just really moves you into the album. Anyway, that's the Overture from Tommy, our first tribute to the great Who. Now, let's get into our second one, because we got some more great stuff to listen to. This one is a song from the Who's, maybe people think it's maybe their greatest album. I don't know, single album. Maybe outside of the rock operas, it's Who's Next from 1971. And there's so many songs on Who's Next, which are just awesome. Baba O'Reilly,
it is their greatest
Won't Get
album.
Fooled Again. It's probably their greatest single album, not double album or anything. But this is a song we both agreed we wanted to play because it's beautiful and a little bit softer, and it shows this other side of the Who. This one is The Song Is Over.
The song is over. It's all behind me. I should have known it. She tried to find me.
By the way, that's Pete Townsend singing this one too.
Who's playing piano?
Our love is over.
I think it might be Roger Daltrey.
They're all ahead now. I've got to learn it. I'm gonna sing out. I'll sing my song to the wide open space.
Now it's Daltrey.
Right. I'll sing my heart out to the infinite sea. I'll sing my visions to the sky mountains. I'll sing my song to the free. To the free.
Those drums. This is that bass.
I'll sing my song to the wide open spaces. I'll sing my heart out to the infinite sea. I'll sing my visions to the sky mountains. I'll sing my song to the free. To the free. When I walked in through the door,
thought it was me I was looking for. She was the first song I ever sang, but it stopped as soon as it began. Our love is over, it's all behind me. They're all ahead now, can't hope to find me.
I'll sing my song to the wide open spaces. I'll sing my heart out to the infinite sea. I'll sing my visions to the sky mountains. I'll sing my song to the free. To the free. I'll sing my song to the wide open spaces. I'll sing my heart out to the infinite sea. I'll sing my visions to the sky mountains. I'll sing my song to the breeze. To the breeze.
The song is over, I'm left with only tears. I must remember, even if it takes a million years. The song is over. The song is over.
Such a long, pure and easy, made so free like a breath rippling by.
Okay, wow.
Tell him, Nicky. Tell us what you're thinking, Nicky boy.
Just what I've been thinking. I mean, just these random thoughts. I would love Keith Moon to have been playing on My Old School with Steely Dan. That would. I'm always telling at the end of the day, just like we needed something. Keith Moon would have known what to do on the end of My Old School.
Boy, now that's a leap in reasoning. I like that.
The drums were phenomenal. The vocals were phenomenal. The bass was phenomenal. The piano was phenomenal. The what do you call it?
Synthesizer or whatever.
Synthesizer was ridiculous. You know, and I forget and whistle.
The way the voices switched too from
Yes,
Townsend to Daltrey.
yes.
What a beautiful meshing of those. This thing was gorgeously mixed and produced.
And let's not forget, Entwistle could sing too. I mean, they had three great vocalists in that band.
Absolutely.
I forget how good their vocals are.
Oh, the harmonies
I
are
always
great.
give credit to Daltrey. I never give it to Townsend.
Townsend he sings maybe a third of the songs, or a third to a half of the songs.
God, that was so good.
What beautiful arrangement! What incredible richness and layers and fullness! God, it balances between a love ballad and a rock song. It finds this gorgeous balance.
And I don't mean to offend anybody, but I've closed my top 5 all time, and the Who's at 5. Sorry, they're at 5 if you think they should be higher. But I've got Beatles, Steely Dan, Eagles, Jethro Tull, and The Who.
Not a bad top 5.
Those are my top 5. And then right after, Beach Boys, I could throw in a bunch of groups. But, man, aren't they great?
What a great song from a great album. The greatest 2 album of all time, single album. I mean, a lot of people will argue, but I think it's the greatest song to song to song. None finer. Okay, now, so you enjoyed that one, I hope? Leave us your comments. We'd love to hear from you guys.
If we don't get 100 comments on this, I don't understand what we need to do.
I'd love to have you here for your comments because everybody's got opinion about The Who because they're awesome. I've never seen them. I really wish I had.
Not you communists. Comments.
Comments. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to move from 1971 to a decade later. By this time, Keith Moon has died. He died in 1978.
Gosh.
And we're on to the new phase of The Who after they broke up in early in the mid-70s.
Remember, they didn't get along. They didn't like each other.
There was some problems, and then they went
solo,
solo, and then they came back together, and then they go solo. But anyway, this is one of the reincarnations of The Who from an album called Facedances from 1981. And this is a terrific hit song. If you hadn't heard it, Nick hadn't heard it because he wasn't listening to much music in the 80s. But from 1981, this is The Who and Another Tricky Day.
What's the name of this album?
Facedances.
Facedances.
Don't you wait for the call.
true.
What'd you think, Nikki?
How do people who don't get along make such great music? I mean, it sounded like they were having so much fun.
This is 1981, 20 years after they began doing all the great stuff like My Generation, Boris the Spider, Legal Matter Baby,
Tommy.
Can't Explain. I mean,
Gosh.
hit after hundreds of hits, and these guys keep making these incredible songs, great arrangements, great music, great singing.
And Frank was showing me some of Townsend's solo stuff. Ridiculously good.
I love Pete Townsend's solo work. He's just awesome. And Daltrey has some really nice stuff, too. These guys were just so gifted and so enduring and so long-lasting. I've seen specials just a couple of years ago, 50 years of The Who. They were together over 50 years. They had a special, and they were still going strong. They looked awesome. It's incredible. Well, they're just rare human beings with this incredible gift to make incredible music that endures 60 years after they start. How do people do it? Why? There's just something special about them. They're amazing human beings with a tremendous creative gift. What did you guys think about? And this song always reminds, what a poignant song for today. This is 1981. Talking about this is no social crisis. Like today's millennials and the kids think like every little thing's a crisis. Every little thing's a burden. They don't want to wait it out. It's like they're traumatized almost. I don't want to lay blame on everybody, but it seems easy for people to just pass the buck and not take responsibility, just hanging through and fighting through difficult things instead of making things harder for themselves. This is kind of a cautionary tale saying, hey, it ain't all that bad. We all got to go through it. We're all riding on the same boat with the same things, and we got to just fight through it,
Yeah, we're talking about My Generation.
Yeah, my Anyhow, what did you think of Another Tricky Day? And what did you think of all the other songs we did? I mean, my God, we could have picked from 100 songs that would have been awesome, and all of them would have been beautiful and representative of The Who. But I think we did a nice little mix trying to bring you three kind of different sides of The Who and the range of who they were and who they evolved to be over an amazing career. And if you enjoyed what you heard, please subscribe, like, and share.
Next week we're going to be doing ABBA covers The Who songs, so make sure you come back.
ABBA. I don't know. We should do an ABBA video one of these days. When I'm feeling like a little girl, like Dita used to do. But no, hey, we sure hope you enjoyed our tribute to The Who today. And begin.
I like ABBA.
Yeah, we do too. I like them too, a lot of this stuff. But please subscribe, like, and share if you haven't. Leave us comments, hit the like icon. We're caring for your ears, and all our subscribers, we thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you next time on another episode of Nick and Knarf.
Thank you, guys. Glad to be here. It was a lot of fun.
Sure was. Peace out, all.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bambini.